Hello, welcome to Sunfire Designs. Today I am going to be making an atomic flower and I'm going to be using my new rose mold. There should be a video up showing how to make it, assuming that it wasn't too long to upload. I ran into that issue with another one that I did, and I had issues with it because it was so long that my phone wouldn't upload it. So hopefully the one I just did is not too long. Anyway, if it is, I'll just make a recap or something. All right, so I'm doing the atomic flower, and I mixed up 200 mils of Art Pro resin, and I let it sit for not very long because it's starting to get hot here. It's like 78 in my house right now, so I only let it sit for about 5 minutes before I mixed it up. My first one I have here, this is 50 mils of Liquitex Yellow Medium Azo, which is a beautiful like lemony color. And I'm going to put that on the very bottom. Yellow roses are my absolute favorite flowers. So I'm hoping this comes out really cool. I normally, you know me, I normally stick to darker colors. So, you know, blues and greens and purples. So I'm trying to step out of my comfort zone and do something a little different. So I'm hoping this will come out kind of like a rose, at least a little bit. We'll see. All right, so I got my yellow medium azo on the bottom. My other colors I have, this right here is, there's 20 mils, and it is 3 drops of yellow orange azo, and I feel like maybe I should have stopped with that, but I did add 1 more drop of bright orange, so it's kind of more of an orangey color. I didn't want it to be all yellows. I want to give it some dimension, which is why for my mica powder, which is 15 mils, it's a bronze color. I used a 1/3 of a spoon of this spoon here. This is Recollections bronze. I'm not going to open it. I got it everywhere when I opened it before. But it's a bronzy color. And then I added 1/4 of a spoon of royal gold from Estoyo to it so that it was a little more on the gold side than on the brown side. So it's kind of a goldy brown. That should add a little bit of dimension, hopefully. And then for my white, it's 40 mils, and I use 2 drops of Let's Resin Ocean White pigments. So we will, and then for the center, I'm going to use black because I think it'll look really pretty and give it dimension. If I had brown, I probably would use brown, but I don't think I've got any brown. So we're going to use black, and hopefully it will look okay. All right, so now I'm going to do my dots, and hopefully, I don't think these will be too orangey. The dots do a lot more than you'd think they would. They bring a lot of color into it, but I think that because it's yellowy and orangey are so close, that the yellow will probably absorb a lot of the orange, is my hope, because I'd like it to be, you know, like a really beautiful yellow. I don't know why yellow roses have always been my favorite roses out of all the roses. I mean, red roses are beautiful, pink are beautiful, but I love yellow, and I love like the peachy yellow ones that are kind of like peach with a hint of yellow. I think those are stunning. I wouldn't know the names of all of them. I have grown roses in the past and did okay, but roses are really were my grandma's thing. She had this amazing rose garden at her house, and like I couldn't even tell you how many rose plants she had, but they always looked beautiful, always. And she kept them growing for years and years and years. And then, you know, eventually she couldn't keep up with them. And I did end up living in her house. She had moved into assisted living. And I tried my best to keep the roses beautiful, but I was nowhere near as good as she was. So, and then of course now I don't live there anymore because after she passed away, the house was sold. So I do miss the roses. I'm hoping one day when my dogs either can control themselves around plants, fat chance, or, you know, what if I can like section off a part of my yard or find some way to have them. I would love to have roses again. I think they're beautiful. One of my favorite, you know, flowers. I think it would be really cool to have roses again. But until then, I'm going to have to just live vicariously through my atomic flower and my rose mold. Or buy them at the florist. All right, so now I've got my bronzy color, and I'm hoping this isn't too dark. I may not put all of this in. I'm going to go around and just put a little drop in each one and then decide how I feel. There may be a chance that I don't put it all in there just because I don't want it to turn the whole flower brown. I just want it to add some dimension. I almost did copper. I think copper would have looked pretty cool. But, you know, that last minute I'm like, oh, let's do the bronze. So, too late to turn back now. So we will find out how it goes. There we go. It's Sunday night. Have to go back to work tomorrow. Thankfully, we're almost done with the school year. I am so ready for summer. I'm not ready for the temperatures that summer brings, but I am ready to not have to get up in the morning and drive into work and deal with other people's children. I love my students, don't get me wrong, but once in a while, I just want to like not talk to anybody at all day. I come home from work and my social battery is kind of on empty, so I don't usually feel like talking to people or going anywhere. So I'd like to be able to use my social battery for things that I'd like to do and not just work. So we'll see. I'm planning on doing a lot of reorganizing and cleaning this summer. So hopefully I will get lots done, although I usually need the first couple weeks to kind of recover from the school year. If you're a teacher, you know exactly what I mean. I usually spend the first week kind of like sleeping in and just like getting my schedule adjusted to summer. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna give it a little torch just because there's a little thing of bubbles there in the center. There we go. All right, so I did not use it all. I left some in here, so I probably ended up using about 10 mils instead of 15. So we will see. This kind of looks, the colors look like a sunflower, which, you know, I'd be okay with too. That would work. It's just gonna have a sunflower with the rose edges. All right, here is the atom part. And there we go. I have to say the one that I made, the first one I made in this mold yesterday just came out incredible with the pink. It was just so subtle and perfect. So I'm hoping this is kind of on a similar vein where it's just the subtle yellow, you know, and not overly brown or anything like that. All right, so now time to do the push, the clear push, and then I'll put my center in and we'll be done. The thing that I did notice about this yesterday is that it closes up super fast. So this one might not get a time lapse. It just depends. And hopefully, you know, I've been having, there's a couple of videos I made that I had issues with because I didn't, for some reason, the video didn't record or it got deleted somehow. So I'm really like paranoid now that I'm going to forget to record something. All right, we got that. Now we got our stones in the center. This looks perfect already. Like, I love how the bronze is kind of turning kind of like an orangey color. Oop, bubble. On the edges, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of like it's a goldy bronze, so it's adding dimension, and I hope that's what it continues to do and it doesn't, you know, turn ugly and brown. I mean, brown is not always ugly, but sometimes it can be. All right, well, I don't think I'm going to do a time lapse because I don't need to. It closed up almost immediately. I will give it a torch though. It's almost time to refill this, I think. And that is it. I will see you in the morning when it's time to unmold. Good thing is that this cures really fast because it is so deep. One of these days I'm going to make it so it fills up all the way. I only use 200 mils. I know I could probably use 240 to 50 mils to fill it up. So maybe next time I'll go and do the extra bit. But for now, I'm happy with 200. All right, I will see you in the morning. Bye. Okay, it's cured. I love that it cures so fast because of the deepness of it. So it didn't even take that long. It took like 6 hours or less. And that's only because it's in that super deep mold. So let's see what we've got. And we've got a beautiful yellow rose. I love the dimension of it with the bronze coming in through here. So let's see. Here we go. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. It kind of looks more like a sunflower than a rose, but it does have my roses on the side. Beautiful yellow color. And I like how some of them have more white, some of them have more bronze. It just kind of depends on the side. So beautiful. So beautiful. What do you think? Thank you so much for watching with me. I appreciate you being here. Have a wonderful day. Bye.